and welcome. This 12-minute yoga warm-up will help to build some heat in the body, slowly warming the body. This can be a standalone practice, or you can use it as a warm-up for a more vigorous yoga practice. And just be ready to connect with your breath, moving the body, warming it up, and enjoying the linking to breath and movement. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe so that you get weekly yoga videos from Alternative Yoga Mind. When you're ready, grab your mat and we'll get started. Standing at the front of your mat, rooting down through your feet, feeling all three corners of the feet, the balls of the feet, the heels, inner and outer edges, rooting down into the earth. Palms are at heart center. Maybe closing your eyes, extending out through the crown of your head, and taking a moment to notice your breath, allowing the breath to be deep and full, maybe even engaging that Ujjayi breath. And gently release your palms down by your sides, turning the palms to face forward, reaching the arms up, gazing up on your inhale, creating some length there through the torso. Reaching up with the fingertips, feeling the feet rooting down, bringing your palms possibly to touch, and then leaning over to the left side, breathing into your right side body, feeling that opening there through the right lungs, the rib cage. Inhale, come back through the center, lengthen out through the fingertips, and on your exhale, start to reach the arms over to the right, lengthening there through the left side body. Inhale, come back through the center, gazing up toward the hands, reaching up, and exhale, fold forward. Maybe the hands come through the center, come into a forward fold at the front of the mat, bending through the knees, releasing your head and your neck, and just allowing that nice gentle stretch through the back of the legs. Keeping as much bend in the knees as you'd like, allowing the crown of the head to drape down toward the earth. And on your inhale, start to lengthen the heart forward. Hands can come to your shins or under your shoulders. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Root down through the feet as you rise up for Ardha Uttanasana again. Inhale, coming back up, Ardha Uttanasana. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Rooting down through the feet, rising up, sweeping the arms up. And exhale, palms come together and down to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Releasing the fingertips toward the earth, lengthening through the back, and then step back to plank pose or top of a push-up. And just getting nice and comfortable here, pressing the mat away, belly button toward your spine, starting to build some heat there in the body. Pressing the toes into the mat. Shoulder blades are working onto your back. Just taking one last breath here. Building that heat in the body, warming up. And gently pressing the hips up and back, downward facing dog, and just pedaling the feet or creating any bit of movement that feels good in the body so that you can lengthen your tailbone up toward the ceiling and melt your heart down toward the earth little by little. This is the first downward facing dog, and so it might feel a little tight. Come up high onto your toes, keeping a slight bend in the knees. Release through your head and your neck. And then on your exhale, gently float the heels down, getting some length through the back of the legs. Pressing the hands into the earth. And just breathing here in your downward facing dog. Just feeling the breath moving through the body. And on your inhale, gently start to roll yourself forward, coming into plank pose or top of a push-up, making any adjustments needed. Pulling your belly button toward your spine. Pitching the body slightly forward on your exhale, bend the elbows lower down through chaturanga all the way to your belly. Tops of the feet come down. Press the tops of the feet into the earth and then lift your chest up and bring your hands with you, coming into a hovering cobra. Exhale, release down. And on your inhale, gently press yourself up, hovering cobra. Press the toes into the earth. Exhale down. Inhale, pressing up, hovering cobra here. And exhale, coming back down, placing the hands, curl the toes under, press into the toes, engage the thighs. And when you're ready, press into your hands, your toes, as you lift yourself up to plank or tabletop. And exhale your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up behind you. Exhale, bend your knee toward your nose. Inhale, kick the leg back behind, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee toward right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee toward left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee toward your nose. Step the foot in between your hands. Option to stay here, working the fingertips into the earth, working the hips down. You can always bring that back knee down if needed. Stay here or lift your torso up, coming into crescent lunge, and put a slight bend in that back knee if you feel any pulling on the low back. Bringing the right knee over that ankle or slightly behind. Exhale, place the hands. Step the right foot back, coming into plank pose, top of a push-up. Bend the elbows on your exhale as you lower down through chaturanga. Pause here if you can. Inhale up to cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And just breathing into the back of the leg. Sweep the left leg up on your inhale. Exhale, knee toward your nose. Inhale, kick the leg back behind, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee toward left elbow. Kick the leg up. Exhale, knee toward right elbow, crossing over the body. Inhale, kick the leg up. Exhale, knee toward your nose. Step the foot in between your hands. Come up high onto the fingertips, reaching the chest forward, coming into a runner's lunge. You can always bring that back knee down if needed, or if you did it on the first side. An option to stay right here, just working the gaze forward, or when you're ready, reaching the arms up, coming into crescent lunge. Working the tailbone down, pulling that right frontal hip point forward. Left knee is over the top of that left ankle. And when you're ready, bring the hands down, step back, moving through your chaturanga. Maybe adding a little push up there just to start to build that heat. Come to cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here. And allowing that nice length there through the back of the legs. Releasing through your head and your neck. Bend your knees, look forward, step or lightly hop toward the front of the mat. Exhale, fold here. Root down through the feet. Sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, palms come down to your heart center. And rooting down through the feet, just making any adjustments here. Softening the shoulder blades down. And just feeling your toes, the balls of your feet, your heels working into the earth. And breathing, connecting with the earth, connecting with your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up as you sit your hips back, coming into chair pose. Low belly is in, tailbone dropping down, weight is heavy in the heels. Good. Shoulder blades onto your back. Maybe a little deeper, and on your exhale, fold forward, straightening through your legs. Inhale your heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose, top of a push-up. You can move through that vinyasa if you'd like. Otherwise, you can press straight back to downward facing dog. Maybe adding a push-up there with your chaturanga if you choose to do your vinyasa. And press back, downward facing dog. And inhale the right leg up behind. Exhale, bend your knee toward your nose. And step the foot in between your hands. Spin the back heel down so the foot's at a 45-degree angle. Inhale the torso up, coming into warrior one. Chest is pointing forward. Hips are at a little bit of a diagonal there. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa if you'd like. Always optional. Meeting in downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg up behind. Exhale, knee toward your nose. Step the foot in between your hands. Spin the back heel down. Inhale up to warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Bending into that front knee. Reaching the arms up, creating some length there through the spine. And pressing that back foot into the mat, and exhale, place the hands, step back to plank. Coming onto the tops of the feet, press the feet into the earth, pressing the belly button toward your spine, lowering down through chaturanga and come up through cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So just continuing to build that heat in the body, warming up, or just allowing this to be your full practice. Bending into your knees, working the sitting bones up toward the ceiling. And then step your feet wide, a little bit wider than your hips. Really get comfortable there in the feet and the hands. Maybe start to pick that right hand up off of the mat. Maybe hover the hand, or maybe reach the right arm back toward your hips and coming into a three-pointed downward facing dog. Placing the right hand. Now let's try on the left side, lifting the hand, or maybe sweeping the arm back behind. Try to keep your pelvis, your torso nice and steady. Place that left hand down. Walk the feet a little closer for more of a challenge. Otherwise, leave your feet where they are. We'll try that one more time. Reach the right fingertips up or back. You can always just hover the hand. Maybe stay here, or maybe start to lift that left foot up. And it can just be half an inch off the floor. Go ahead, place the left foot, right hand, readjust. Then pick that left hand up, sweep it back behind if you did that on the first side. Maybe adjust here as you lift that right leg. Really try to stay nice and solid through the torso. Gently place the right foot, left hand, downward facing dog, releasing through your head. And that will do for our warm-up. I hope you enjoyed.